I forgot the microphone. Got the microphone. So you get the crickle. Crickle. Be working now. I'm just going to put it up here just so it's there, the lapel mic. And hey, good morning. It's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum at 8:47 on a Sunday. Sorry about that. Actually, I more and more realize I should start earlier than later. And because other people are going out there doing their live broadcasts, and I really didn't want to interrupt them with them. But I'm like, yeah, I got to get going. I got things to do. So this is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show at 8:47. This is Sunday. This is our 244th episode. Almost a year. Well, it'll be a year in the summer. But we talk about Agile and Scrum in a tactical and practical way so that you can get home to your family and friends, and we'll talk about that a little bit. Bring more value to your customer, and try to do it without working 60, 80 hours a day. And we're going to talk about that too. And have fun. So there's lots of stuff out there. I'm a little later today because I was up late last night just checking in on what's going on in the world, connecting with other people scattered across the world, the globe, and just connecting with people, just spending some time connecting with those Scrum Masters and Agile coaches so we can talk more during this time and find out what's going on in the world. And it's really, really cool seeing what everybody's got out there. And everybody has different little pieces from different countries. And it's amazing when you go out there and look at that. And then just what I saw. So 2 things I want to talk about today. I want to keep it short and everything. One, I was watching the ZZ Top documentary on Netflix, which was pretty cool. They've been together for 50 years, so I was reflecting on that. Attacking the virus. I'm going to talk about how Agile and Scrum, and the reason why, and I want to talk about what the people are talking about, what you should do at the time. And I think a combination of these 2 things will help a lot with how people attack the issues and things they got going on. And I think they are applying it in different ways, and they just don't know that they are. But if you watch what they're doing and observing what they're doing, how they're coming up with solutions, I bet you a lot of it is very Agile-like. Just keep that thought in mind. Everybody wants to gravitate on the emotional side of what's going on, and it's great to feel people. I pray for people all the time, but as a professional and know what we do and learning from this event, how do we adapt and move on and change and address issues and learn from them in a quick, rapid manner is what we do as project managers, as Agile coaches, as Scrum Masters, as business analysts, as business people, as people, right? So keep an eye on that. You got to have a heart. You got to listen to, but also watch what's going on. Learn from this, as people were saying, that we're going to become a better people on this planet, I think, from this event. I hope so. That's the desire. And the reason why I held these 2 books. I'm going to talk about 2 things. One, I'm going to talk about one gentleman talked about when he had tackled Ebola and how it is very agile. I posted up his link on my LinkedIn page and shared that both on my 5 a.m. Mester Scrum page and my personal page. Just sharing that, and I want people to listen to what he's saying and how I tackle it and realize it's very Agile-like. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, some of the things he said. But then I also want to talk about everybody out there talking about, what do you do now? I'm not at work. I'm working from home. There's some great videos out there about how to set up your little workspace, which I kind of have. It's a little thing. Though one of the cats keeps taking my chair, my desk, and kind of takes that over for me, especially when I'm in here all day. They try to push me out of the chair because they like the chair. But here's one little thing. We talked about the practical. So for me, my commute to my job is between an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, depending what time it is and what time of traffic I hit and when I get done the show and get on the road and when I come home. So my question is, what are you doing with that extra hour and a half? Are you doing more work? It's not necessarily needed, right? Because if you're focused in your job and you set, and there's a couple of videos I posted, concentrating and working on it, then you still get that extra hour and a half. Let's say you put in your 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever you want to do a day, as you normally do for your job. So now you have your commute. I don't know if you listen to podcasts or whatever during that commute, But maybe make a suggestion. One gentleman made a really good suggestion about reading. Like when you get tired of working, do some reading. So I hold up these two books because I actually start rereading some books that I have and kind of thinking about different things. And one of the books I have upstairs. So if I get an hour and a half every day, take a half hour in the morning and a half hour in the evening and just read a book. So take that time or go online and study something. Do something that's going to add value to what you do in your career while you're in this phase. You get an extra hour and a half of your day. Now, some of it might be like with myself, I have a couple little kids. We'll read a book together. So I'll take a half hour, we'll read a book for a half hour. Do something different with that hour and a half that adds more value to your time. Just don't work, right? Everybody wants, oh, we'll get an extra hour and a half of work. No, do it for yourself. Grow yourself as an individual, as a developer, or a professional, and take that hour and a half. Split it, 45 minutes in the morning, 45 minutes in the afternoon if you like, and read a book. You'll probably finish a couple books before the end. I mean, that's a lot of hours to read. Read with your kids, your family, but do something different that'll grow you. Take a class, do an online class. There's plenty of stuff out there, and use that time to do that. That's just one recommendation I have what to do, and that'll help add value to that time. It's more valuable because when you're done, you're going to be at a next level. So when all this goes away, you'll be at a next level to take on work and competitiveness in the fields that we work. Okay. So that's one thing I just want to give you. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is what this gentleman talked. I had to write this down. There's a lot of good points in here. And he was an emergency responder. And he was talking about what he learned for Ebola, right? And it's very important that we as Scrum Masters, Agile coaches, managers, people in general, observe this. Now I got the kid with this. I'm on the show. You got to turn it off because it won't work on YouTube. He doesn't realize that YouTube has a filter that if YouTube hears a musical tune, it's really amazing how it works. It will cut you off. You can't play any music unless you have all rights to play it on YouTube because it'll block it, right? So I had to tell him that. Sorry about the interrupting. It's live. It's what it is, right? So the emergency responder. And he talked very, very, very much agile. It was very agile-like. Like you got a problem, very extreme programming. Like I had one of my coaches ask me about extreme programming yesterday, and his classic description of how you tackle viruses like an Ebola is very extreme programming-ish. He says you attack the virus, you don't wait, you have really good coordination, you get engaging, be fast, no regrets, and you got to be the first movers on the issue. So that's like extreme programming. That's what we do in Agile and Scrum. That's what Scrum's about. It's about a bunch of people getting together, attack an issue. It's not about one person over here working on one issue, another person over here, and another person over there working on separate issues during the sprint. No, that's not what Scrum is really about. What Scrum is really about is having 5 or 6 people looking at a problem, suggesting ideas, taking off tasks, working them separately or together, whatever needs to be done, and come up with a solution very rapidly. It's not about 5 people working 5 different things. And I think a lot of people miss that in Scrum. It happens. It's the way people work it. But to attack it, to get the thing done, to make the money, to bring value to the customer, that's how you address issues. Scrum is very much like that. When you peak out in Scrum and you really do it right way, that's how you get twice as much work done in half the time. And I would even suggest, people get on about trying these different medications and listen to people. Scrum is very much like a safe model too. I mean, what we're doing through here, safe would work very well because you got multiple different teams working on different avenues at the same time, trying to come up with solutions. And the sooner and more rapid you get information on those solutions, the better you go. We're in the old waterfall. Well, let's try this approach first. We'll go through and beat it to a horse. Then if that one doesn't work, then we'll try the next one. No. No, that's not agile. That's not like safe. Safe has a train where you have like 5 different teams working on the same product line. So building a safe model to attack this virus, you have 5, 10, 15, 20 different teams working on it, trying different things. They may be working on the same thing. Maybe they're working different avenues to get there at the same time. We can't afford to do waterfall to address the virus. It's not going to work. And what he says, and I love this quote, I've been quoting it all day. If you need to be right before you move, then you'll never win. That's the waterfall model. In the waterfall model, you have to be perfectly right before you move. That's why you don't win. That's why everything's late. That's why we spend all this money and lose all this money in the waterfall model. Agile doesn't wait to be right to try. And that's why a lot of Agile teams, when they really do it right, they win because they try. They don't wait to try. They code it, see it works. If it works, it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, they throw it out. They go to the next thing. Boom, 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 boom. It's how we do Agile and Scrum. This is what we need to do in business. Listen to these people out there. Listen to the thoughts, how they're working it. You're going to find a lot of Agile responses and stuff in these things you're seeing posted. Watch for it and see how it applies to what you do and why we do it, why we don't want to do the waterfall approach anymore. We can't wait 2 years for a vaccine. That's waterfall. We got to try different things, small batches, try get some information, some data to see how it works. You can't wait for perfection, right? You got to give things a try. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll slow it down enough. You try something, slow it down, get some value out of it. Why something bigger and better is coming along, right? So we need to try those different approaches. So with that, I just want to say, I wish you all good. Get a book, take some time, grow your skills. Just don't do the same old. Challenge yourself. The first week over, at least here in the States, at least in my state. So this week will be the new week to get into a rhythm. Take that time, get into a rhythm for working at home, what you want to use your time for. And you know what? I wish you all the best of health. Take care. Happy scrumming. Ring the little bell. And may you all be healthy. And hope your family does well and your teams. And hopefully this will get over soon. I think it's going to stretch out for a while. So we just got to get ready for the long haul and how we're going to do this and how we're going to work with each other and help each other out. I think that's what's coming. Because but anyway, I want to end on a happy note because it's Sunday. It's a weekend. Have fun with your family. Enjoy it like you normally would. Can't go all over the place. Playgrounds, apparently playgrounds are closed now. But, you could do some things around your yard, your front of your stoop and everything. And then when people come by, do what we do when we play street hockey. We don't yell car anymore. We go, people, hug the wall. So when people walk by on our sidewalk, we go right to the wall and make sure we don't breathe on them and they breathe on us. So that's just something to go for. Have fun. Use some online tools that you do in your distributor. Talk to your families and friends. Call your mom and dad, sister, brother, brother-in-law, whatever, and do some FaceTime, do some Zoom meetings, get everybody together. It's fun. And maybe you can help your schools if they don't have the technology. You can share your connections and help them out. All right. Take care. Have a great day. See ya. Bye. Happy scrumming. Stay safe and healthy.